Ready, you can begin.
Many, if not all of you, have taken apologetics with Pastor Dalkey, and you might remember the stem cell section we did, and I remember going over embryonic stem cells for the majority of that section, but he didn't really touch base on the other types of stem cells and their uses. Today I would like to tell you about the different kinds of stem cells, what we as Christians should make of them and their harvesting and usage, and how they can be used to better our lives. Many people have a strewn perspective on stem cells, and we need to make sure they know which types are good and which are not morally or spiritually acceptable. Now, according to Types of Stem Cells and Their Uses, which is an article by Eurostem-Cell, a group of over 400 stem cell research labs, there are three kinds of stem cells. Pluripotent stem cells, which were found in 2006 and are found in your bodies your entire life and can be used for a majority of things that you can use normal stem cells for, which is you can harvest them from your bone marrow and help cure your bloodstream. And then there is tissue stem cells, which is found in your adult body. You can harvest them from your umbilical cord right after birth, which is where most of them are harvested from. And then the bombshell embryonic stem cells. These are harvested from embryos or babies and are harvested through abortion and can also be made in labs. There are currently no real applications to medicine right now. So, are embryonic stem cells acceptable to us? Doctors, when they make them in a lab, if you'll look at your handout right now, what they do is they artificially make an embryo just to kill it. So what they're doing is they're making the embryo, letting it grow to the point where it will have stem cells, and then they will kill the embryo off and harvest its stem cells. And they could be useful, but no uses have been found according to the President's Council on Bioethics, which is a council made by executive order to research the ethicalness of stem cells. So, if you look into the Bible, Jeremiah 1:4-5 says, "The word of the Lord came to me saying, Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." Stem cells, although tissue stem cells are good, and so are pluripotent, but embryonic stem cells are not. They are doing the exact opposite of saving lives. They are killing babies, and they have not found any uses for them in the field of medicine yet. God knew us before we were born. He knew us before we had ever been conceived, and He still knows us now. And if we don't give babies a chance, how can God let their lives touch anyone else's? Because of stem cells, there are many possibilities in medicine. You have chemotherapy, which is they will put stem cells in, and because cancer is the killing of cells, cells will go crazy. They'll start infecting other parts of your body, and stem cells are the base unit, and they'll revamp your bloodstream. Another use is in bone marrow transplants. You can take stem cells out of your bone marrow, and then they will place them back into new ones back into your bone marrow, and they'll just restart your system. And it can cure a bloodstream for the rest of the person's life. It's a one-time procedure. So, there are many stem cells, and there are many types, but not all are good. Embryonic stem cells do the exact opposite of saving lives, and we as Christians should help educate people to stop them. According to the Wood text, using loaded language is only telling one side of the story which is what many people do when talking about embryonic stem cells, especially in labs. They'll say, well, they're still in testing, or there are no known uses yet. And that is a lie. There are no known uses, and odds are there could be no known the rest of the lives. And all we're doing is killing babies. So we need to step up, and we need to inform people about this, and we need to tell them the uses that we can have from tissue stem cells and the umbilical cords, so we can use the kind that are good for everyone. Thank you.